Battle of Dunkeld, August 1689, began with 4 cannons firing from that hill there, now called Gallows Hill. Those were guns belonging to the Jacobite Highlanders, leather guns, the shorter, lighter pieces, and they fired upon positions here. This is now called Stanley Hill, in the beautiful park right by Dunkeld Cathedral. This was an aftermath to the Battle of Killiecrankie in the 1689 Jacobite uprising against the Williamite government forces. William of Orange, wife Mary, and the Jacobites fired from that position and then tried to outflank here. This was then a mansion house, and it'll become evident why this is no longer there in a minute. This was a mansion house and a street running the other side of Dunkeld Cathedral, and holding this position was about 600 to 800 Cameronians. And these were government forces, but they've been raised because of their strong Protestant religion, and they were holding this area with musket and pike. These are going to be matchlocks in 1689, and long red coats and big cuffs, wide brimmed hats. Facing them, about 3,000 Jacobite Highlanders. They started to come in not only from Gallows Hill, but that Stanley Hill there, and also around towards the River Tay is the other side of the cathedral there. They started to make their way in and pushing troops off the hills and conducting Highland charges. As they did so, the commander, Colonel Cleland of the Cameronians, was shot and mortally wounded. He dragged himself off to die in peace and out of sight of his men, and he's buried within Dunkeld Cathedral there. But the Cameronians had prepared the position. The town had no walls, but what they had done is construct barricades, and we can see the back of some of the surviving houses. There are actually only 2 houses that survive, because as they withdrew up, they started to strip lead off the roofs of the more substantial houses and off the cathedral itself to create more ammunition, and counterattacked down the streets. But as they did so, there's now a street there. The thatched buildings had been occupied by the Jacobites at the far side. It would have been musket butts and halberd versus, targe and sword. And they had the advantage that as they withdrew to more substantial houses near the cathedral here, they set a light to both those houses and the street that was running here. They set a light to it, burnt it out, and the Jacobites withdrew off the position. And that actually ended the 1689 Jacobite uprising, which was very soon after William arrived. There's still the Williamite wars in Ireland, and they stood a good chance, but 600, 800 men holding off thousands of Jacobites here in beautiful Dunkeld.